Welcome to the ELP English podcast. My name is Irina.
And my name is Alexei.
Today, we are talking about my country, Russia. This episode is for B1, B2 level English learners. We will speak clearly and at a natural speed so you can practice listening and learn some new words and facts about Russia. So, imagine very long train journeys, snowy winters, huge forests, and big, noisy cities. And let's begin.
Russia is the largest country in the world. It is so big that it is in both Europe and Asia. Most people live in the western part, near Europe. The huge eastern part is called Siberia. Siberia has long, cold winters, a lot of forest, and not many big cities. The capital city is Moscow. It is a very large city with more than 12 million people. In the center of Moscow, you can see Red Square, the Kremlin, and St. Basil's Cathedral, with its colorful onion-shaped domes. The metro in Moscow is deep and famous. Some stations look almost like palaces, with marble and chandeliers.
Another important city is Saint Petersburg, in the northwest near the sea. It has many canals and bridges and European-style buildings. The Hermitage Museum there is one of the biggest art museums in the world. The official language of Russia is Russian. Russian uses a different alphabet called the Cyrillic alphabet, so the letters look different from the ones you see in English.
What is daily life like in Russia?
In big cities like Moscow and Saint Petersburg, people usually live in apartment buildings. Some are old Soviet blocks, others are new high towers. People go to work or university by metro, bus, or tram. In rush hour, the metro can be very crowded. Shops and offices often open around 9 or 10 in the morning and close around 7 or 8 in the evening. Large supermarkets are usually open every day, including Sunday.
In small towns and villages, life is slower and quieter. People may have a garden, grow potatoes and vegetables, and keep chickens for eggs. Many families have a second home in the countryside. This small house is called a dacha. People go to the dacha in summer to relax, garden, and escape from the city.
Family and friends are very important in Russia. On weekends, people often visit relatives, sit around a big table, drink tea, and talk for a long time. Tea is a big part of Russian life. Most people drink black tea, very hot, often with lemon, sugar, jam, or sweets.
Now let us talk about some typical foods. One famous dish is borscht. Borscht is a soup made with beetroot, cabbage, potatoes, and sometimes meat. It has a red color and is usually eaten hot with sour cream.
Another popular food is pelmeni. Pelmeni are small dumplings filled with minced meat and spices. They are boiled in water and eaten with butter, sour cream, or vinegar. There are also blini, thin pancakes. You can eat blini with jam, honey, or chocolate, or salty with cheese, mushrooms, or even caviar. For holidays like New Year, people often prepare Olivier salad. It is a potato salad with carrots, peas, pickles, eggs, and mayonnaise.
Russia is well known for its culture. In music, composers like Tchaikovsky are famous all over the world. In literature, many people know the names Tolstoy and Dostoevsky. Ballet and theater are also important. The Bolshoi Theater in Moscow and the Mariinsky Theater in St. Petersburg are world famous for opera and ballet.
Today, modern pop music, rock and rap, are also popular, especially among young people. For free time, people like to go to the cinema, meet friends in cafes, play computer games, or walk in parks and forests. In winter, many people go ice skating or skiing. In summer, they swim in lakes and rivers or visit their dacha.
There is another special tradition called the banya. A banya is a Russian steam bath, similar to a sauna. People sit in a very hot room, then cool down by jumping into cold water or even into the snow. Friends often go to the banya together. They talk, relax, and believe it is good for their health.
Russia also has many holidays. New Year is probably the biggest celebration. Families decorate a New Year tree, eat a big dinner late at night, and watch fireworks at midnight. Another traditional holiday is Maslenitsa, a week at the end of winter when people eat a lot of blini and say goodbye to the cold season.
Now, let us explain a few useful words from this episode. Siberia, the huge eastern region of Russia with cold winters and many forests. Cyrillic alphabet, the writing system used for Russian and some other languages. Dacha, a small house in the countryside where people go to relax and garden. Borscht, a soup made with beetroot and other vegetables. Pelmeni, small dumplings filled with minced meat. Banya, a traditional Russian steam bath.
You can pause now and repeat these words out loud to practice your pronunciation. Here is a short review. Russia is the largest country in the world, across Europe and Asia. Most people live in the West, in and around big cities like Moscow and Saint Petersburg. Daily life in the cities is busy, with apartments and crowded metros. In the countryside, life is quieter, with gardens, dachas, and closer contact with nature.
We talked about typical foods like borscht, pelmeni, blini, and Olivier salad. About culture such as classical music, ballet, and famous writers. And about customs like the banya and New Year celebrations. If you are learning English at B1 to B2 level, you can listen to this episode again, pause when you need, and write down new words or expressions. Here is a question for you. If you visited Russia, would you like to spend more time in big cities like Moscow and Saint Petersburg, or in the nature of Siberia and the countryside? Why?
You can write your answer in a notebook or say it out loud to practice speaking. Thank you for listening to the ELP English podcast.
I'm Alexei.
And I'm Irina.
See you in the next episode.